Raising children is one of the hardest things a person can do. You can think about it, how much trouble kids can be. You know, you have to care for them around the clock constantly because they can get into trouble. They don't know how to assess situations like adults do, and they need a lot of supervision. It gets even more hard when you start talking about mentally ill or mentally challenged kids too. I can't even imagine what it's like to have one, but this is a mentally ill son horror story by Wansee Entertainment. We're gonna react to it. I have no idea what this is gonna be about. Make sure to subscribe to Wansee. Subscribe to me if you like reaction videos, guys, and let's get into this one. Mentally ill son.
I used to live with my husband and our lovely son.
Okay.
However, our family was unhappy.
All right.
We had always struggled with poverty ever since my son was born.
That's hard.
At times, we suffered hunger, and it caused many arguments between us.
Wow.
My husband hadn't worked for 13 years and spent his days drinking.
He had enough
We
money
were
to
just barely
drink,
getting
but no
by
food?
with whatever money I could bring.
Oh my God.
In time, we
That's
found
hard,
out that
man.
our son suffered from mental health problems.
Okay.
However, I ended up keeping him in the house because I didn't think it was too serious. We'd never had any major accidents after all,
Okay.
until the incident.
Uh-oh.
One day, I brought home a watermelon that I had received from one of my friends.
Okay.
It was sweet and delicious.
Watermelons are pretty
After
good.
finishing the watermelon, my son was so happy.
Yeah.
He said
I
it
guess
was
so.
the best thing he'd ever eaten. I was pleased that I could
Good
share it
watermelon
with
is
him,
pretty hard to beat.
but no one expected the disaster it would bring.
Uh-oh.
In the following weeks, he became madly obsessed with watermelons.
Uh-oh.
He pestered me day after day to buy him another, and started to
Wow.
get angry when I told him that we just didn't have the money.
Right.
Once I woke up to him standing by the bed, staring down at me.
Oh my
I want
God.
to eat a watermelon. A sweet watermelon.
Good
His
Lord.
frantic shrieks scared me so badly. I started to take money away from our necessities, just so that I could buy him a watermelon or two every day.
Wow.
Whenever he woke up, he would look for the watermelons and eat them. However, he kept saying that the watermelons I brought home didn't taste the same. Not like the one my friend had given me.
I mean,
Sometimes he'd even throw away the half-eaten melons in anger and scream his rage.
it's fruit.
I felt
Sometimes
so
it's
helpless.
inconsistent, man.
But still, I didn't want to take my child to a mental
Yeah,
hospital.
I mean, I understand where
So
you at, boo,
I
but
decided
he's
to
gonna.
wait a little longer, hoping that his
It's looking
condition
like it's
would
gonna be
improve.
trouble.
And it did. He started to seem a little happier, more stable again.
Okay.
I even got brave enough to tell him that our financial situation had worsened and that I couldn't buy watermelons for a while.
Right.
He seemed to take the news with surprising patience.
Huh.
I was relieved. Then, one morning, I woke up to my son's screams.
Where's the watermelon? Give me the watermelon.
My husband and I rushed to the kitchen. I could see our son rummaging through the fridge and kitchen cabinets. When he noticed us, he started to stumble over. There was a kitchen knife in his hand.
Oh my God.
Where's my watermelon? Watermelon. A sweet watermelon.
His eyes seemed to roll in his head
Poor kid's
in
like
an
a drug.
unnatural, terrifying way. And then, suddenly, without any warning, he stabbed my husband to the side of his head.
Oh my God.
Fresh blood splashed all over. I could just stand there in utter shock. It felt like I wasn't really there. It just
That
couldn't
has
be
to
real.
be so surreal, man.
Then my son shouted with a wide smile.
I found it.
That finally snapped me back
The
to reality.
watermelon?
I started screaming and
Oh
called
my
the police
God.
immediately.
No. No.
By the time they arrived, my husband was already dead. They found our son holding his head, crying and mumbling that the watermelon tasted odd. When
Oh.
he saw me with the police, he tried to
Poor
come at
thing.
me with the knife too.
Another watermelon.
The police overpowered him and took the knife away. At that point, I just passed out. After that,
Baby.
my son was confined to a mental hospital. The nurses tell me that he's still trying to search for his sweet watermelon.
God dang, dude, that's horrible. That's a horrible story. This kid thought the head with the blood was watermelon, but it didn't taste good because it was not watermelon. You know, we all we all have our own watermelons in life. Self-control is something that we should possess, and in his case, poor thing, he didn't. But this goes out to show you sometimes if you can't care, if you can't provide for the special needs that your kids or anybody needs, you know, that they need to get professionally, sometimes you just have to make a sacrifice for their own good, you know? It sucks, but gosh, man, that's hard. That's horrible. Wansee Entertainment, you guys, make sure to subscribe to him. Subscribe to me if you like reaction videos too. Thanks so much for watching. As always, this is Zueljin sign off. We'll see you next time.